Hello everyone, it's your boy Rick here, back at again with the interview. Oh, that was a cringy intro, but I'm here with a very kind friend of mine, a streamer, a Smash player, the number one in RGV, I predict, in my heart, Zael. Introduce yourself, Zael.
What's up? How's it going?
So Zael, I chose you to be our first RGV Smash player. How do you feel to get interviewed?
Pretty excited. I've never been interviewed before, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so I'll link the stream channel, his Twitch channel on the below in the description for sure. And I don't know if you have a YouTube channel. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do not do YouTube, no.
Okay, then that's our first question we're gonna start with. Why don't you want to do YouTube?
Wait, is this like legit?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I tried when I was younger, but I never got into the whole like editing and all that. It felt very tedious, so I stopped doing it.
So also another question is, how are you? How is the Smash community?
The Smash community,
Yeah.
like RGV as a whole.
Yeah.
I think we're okay. I think we're all doing good. I think we're all just trying to figure out the game that just came out like a month ago.
And yeah, keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. So in your own words, like, how can you describe Smash Ultimate?
Not Smash 4. I'll say that right now. It is definitely not Smash 4. It feels like a mix between Melee and, like, Brawl. It doesn't feel like Smash 4 at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I could say because it has fast pace and everything.
Yeah, like, it's a lot more fast-paced than, Smash 4, but the mechanics are so different that it doesn't feel like Smash 4.
Oh, I see.
I feel like when I first started playing the game, my initial thoughts were this game feels very clunky. It feels very like like sharp, like a jagged edge of something.
Yeah.
It's like in Smash 4 when you get hit, there's a very clear direction of where you're gonna go. But in this game, if you get hit, you get sent flying, even if you're at 20. So, like, to me, it just felt like everything I did was so quick, and it felt, like, very clunky. It felt very, like they would skip animations. But then the more I play it, the more I realize just that I just need to get used to it. Because now I feel like Smash 4 looks very clunky, but that's just because I've been playing Ultimate for so long.
Yeah. So, a lot of people describe this, the knockback of the Smash Ultimate like a balloon, because as soon as you hit it, like, it goes at quick pace, but it stops in mid-air. I don't know if that...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think that's the case for the knockback?
Yes. When I first saw the game, my initial thought was, I don't like the balloon knockback. It feels like nothing's going to combo into anything. I feel like I'm going to hit someone and they're going to go flying and I can't do anything about it. But the more I play, and the more I played, I'll give you an example. Like with Pokemon Trainer,
Yeah.
if Ivysaur grabs you and he up throws you, and he up airs, you go flying. Like there's probably no chance you're getting another up air, and that's like the perfect example, like what balloon knockback is. But if you play like Chrom or Lucina, you can string multiple fairs, multiple up airs together because those moves just have less knockback. So the balloon DI the balloon knockback doesn't really affect it that much. So I guess it's just all about the character you play.
Yeah, like, especially, like, a lot of people got buffed in the game, honestly. The characters got buffed and everything. Who do you think got nerfed the most, in your opinion?
Nerfed the most? I think, like, I haven't played every character in depth. I played most of them a little bit, but not every character to the point where I would know everything that happens. But I played Pac-Man, and I honestly think he got nerfed the most, because his fruit, you can't Z-drop fruits anymore, because if they hit the hydrant, or if they hit anything, it counts it as if you threw it. So, like, if you have the bell, like, you used to be able to do, like, bell, like, shenanigans with the hydrant and, like, set up, like, a ledge trap situation.
Yeah.
But if you Z-drop the bell, it actually treats it as a stun. So, like, it stuns the hydrant, and then the bell just goes away. So it doesn't really work all that well anymore with, like, his items don't really feel like they mesh together well anymore. Like, in Smash 4, they felt like you could, like, mess with all the item, or, like, all the fruit and the hydrant, and then mess around with those to get like your combos or setups. But now it feels like those two grew apart. Like they don't really mix well together.
Yeah.
Like the Hydra has his own move, and and the fruit are their own moves, but they don't really work together. Like, this kid doesn't feel like they work very well together. But
I'm kind of surprised that you say like Pac-Man. I thought you were gonna say like Bayonetta or something.
no, Bayo's still very good. It's just she feels very slow. She feels a lot like a she feels very she feels like a normal character. She doesn't feel like a broken top tier. She feels like, you know, if I'm gonna do something, I have to commit to that option. I can't just throw it out and be like, I hope it works.
Yeah. So you actually have to put some thought with Bayonetta now. Well, you always had to put.
Yeah, I'm actually having to think now. LOL, right?
So like, okay, another thing is you chose Pokemon Trainer as your mains, right? Like, main right now, right?
Yeah, that's my main.
Does this have to connect like back then, like in Brawl, like you love them as much as like, and you want them to be back or something?
No, I played Brawl, but I didn't play Pokemon Trainer. I played Luigi, but I didn't know about competitive scenes back then, so I was just playing to play. Like, I was playing to have fun. I didn't know Meta Knight was broken. I didn't know anything about like neutral or anything. I was just playing to have fun. So the character I stuck with was Luigi. So when Smash 4 came out, that's what I played. But just the reason I chose Pokemon Trainer is because I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. I love playing Pokemon games. I love streaming it. I played Pokemon Yellow on my stream. I had a really fun time with it. And it's just like I grew up with it. So when I saw that Pokemon Trainer was coming back, I immediately was like, I have to play this character. Because Ivysaur, or like the Bulbasaur line, is my favorite starter line. So I was like, I have to play this character. I'm going to be really good with this character. They look so good.
So speaking yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
sorry,
that's it. That's really
sorry.
the
I'm
only
so
reason.
sorry. Like, it just
You're good. You're good.
Okay. But speaking about Pokemon Trainer, which one of the Pokemons is your favorite, and why?
Favorite to play?
Yeah.
Probably Squirtle.
Is it because he has like a lot of combo potential or something?
Kinda, yeah. He's fast. I like playing fast characters. Don't get me wrong. I love playing Ivysaur, but I also I'm so used to playing like like combo characters. So like when Squirtle came out, initially I was like, you know, it doesn't seem that great. But then like the more I saw videos and the more I labbed with him, I was like, he can get you to a pretty high percent. And it's fun to do those combos. It's fun to see myself execute them and be like, this is what was meant to happen. It's like I practiced for this and it's working. So like he feels like I get the most reward from him because it's harder to play him, I feel. Because like with like Charizard and Ivysaur, it's really easy to get kills because like, you know, back throw or up air is really disjointed, back air with Charizard is really disjointed. But with Squirtle, all of his moves use his body, so it's very risky to run in and try to do everything.
What is the most broken thing of Squirtle?
Broken thing?
Yeah.
Probably side B. I think side B is really good. If you get hit by a projectile, you take no damage. You just stop. Actually, you don't even stop. You just go slower. So if they still run into you, they still get hit by it. And if you get hit by a move, I think you take damage, but you take like reduced damage. But you also don't go flying unless like it's super like a really heavy knockback move like Nest PK Flash or Ganon Warlock Punch, something like that. So that move alone just feels broken because it's like, what do people do? You have to like try and footstool it, but that's hard because if you miss, you get hit, and it does like 17 damage. So that's probably his most broken move.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that because like I was using Snake, and I couldn't grab him because Squirtle's so small. Like,
oh yeah,
you could barely punch him. There was this one time where Dewey was using Bowser, or no, King Rule, and I was Nez. When he did like a fully charged Force Smash, I just went underneath and I still didn't get a hit. Like, do you think, but which comes to the next question, do you think this game is more realistic than the other games of Smash?
Realistic, like, in where like hitboxes should be?
Yeah.
No. This game is still
example.
busted. This game is still busted with hitboxes. There are so many hitboxes in these games that you're like, that shouldn't have hit me, and then it hits you and you're like, wow. You know, like Snake up tilt is deceiving. It's bigger than it actually looks like. Ivysaur down air, it goes through Pokemon Stadium. I want y'all to know that it reaches below the stage and you can get spiked.
Oh my god.
So, you know, hitboxes are not very consistent.
I feel bad for
this game.
For people. Like, yeah, like a lot, there's big hitboxes, but which comes to another question of competitively. What inspired you to play competitively in games in general?
I'm not really sure. I started playing competitive, like not competitive, but like just playing online, like in fighting games. I played Ultimate vs. Capcom 3 when I was like in middle school, and that was the thing I was really addicted to. I thought it was super fun, like the competitive aspect of it was really cool, but I never knew like tournaments existed, or I knew of them, but I didn't know that they existed in RGV. So then I was just playing online and everything, and I didn't really think Smash was a competitive game, you know. It was just like in the back of my mind. I hadn't played it in like 4 years. Like I was playing other fighting games, and I think I went to a Comic-Con tournament for Marvel, like just to compete, and I got like completely bodied, and it was amazing.
It was amazing to get bodied.
Yeah, it was amazing because I was like, hey, I'm not like really good at this game. I'm like actually kind of bad. So then it made me want to learn more, and it made me want to beat people that beat me before. But then, you know, Marvel died and all that, so I didn't really get the full experience of it until Smash 4 came out, and I wasn't really planning on playing that game competitively, but my friends were like, yeah, let's go to the Comic-Con again. They have a Brawl tournament. They're gonna have a Smash 4 one next year. Like, let's just go. And I was like, okay, like I'll do it just to try it. Like I was that Ganondorf scrub in the background trying to do flame choke down tilt day one, like, cause that was the only thing I knew, and I was like, this is fun. But really, I think the biggest thing that got me into competitive was losing and knowing that I wasn't the greatest, that I was still below people, which made me want to beat them. Because I used to lose to like everybody in RGB, and then I was like, I want to get better, I want to start beating them, I want to start doing this, so they gave me the motivation to keep playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what I mean. Like, for example, there's a lot of like RGV community. It's bigger than ever, honestly. Like this, or
Yeah.
like last year, like when Smash 4 was there was very little. But I don't know if you remember the To Do DI, or I think first Commander hosted. I think it was his first time or his third time hosting To Do DI. And basically, we took a picture and we all gathered, and there was like a lot of Smash community who was willing to be determined to play this game. So, how do you feel about the Smash community growing bigger than ever before?
I think it's great. I think it's great that a lot of people are coming out trying to play, but I don't want people to be discouraged. A lot of what happens is that people come to tournaments and then they lose, and then they're like, well, I don't want to come back because they lost. And that's like, I think that's the biggest new player killer, is that they come to tournaments, they think they're really good, and that's fine, because when I came to my first tournament, I thought I was really good too, but obviously I suck. But, you know, like, they come into tournaments, they think they're really good, and then they don't do as well as they want, or like they don't beat that player that they thought they were going to beat, so then they get real demotivated, and then they just drop the game as a whole, or they just stop coming to tournaments. And I love the fact that the scene's getting really big, but I also hate it because I don't know how long it's going to last. I feel like my hopes are getting up, and I'm like, we're going to have 40-man weeklies. It's going to be great for the next 4 years, and then like in a year it'll be like 20 people. And honestly, I just hope people don't get demotivated and keep wanting to come out and get better.
Wow, that's really great of you. Like, you really want Smash community to grow. But also, I did not know that you played Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm really curious, who were your mains in Marvel vs. Capcom?
I played Hisenko, Dr. Doom, and Dante.
Are they broken? Aren't they broken? I know Dante's broken, but I don't know about Dr. Doom.
Dante is really good, but he's really technical. Dr. Doom was just flat out broken, and Hisenko was the worst character in the game. So
I thought, like, you know. What about Phoenix Wright? Like, I
played a lot of Phoenix Wright, but my friend also played Phoenix Wright, so I didn't want to play Phoenix Wright if she played it.
Oh. But do you think Phoenix Wright is I don't know, a lot of people say he's like bad, like mixed reviews with him. What do you think?
Yes, I think he's bad. He's definitely bad until he gets all the things he needs to be a good character. Because once he gets everything, and he hits you with like objection, he just turns into like the best character in the game for some reason. But like before that, he's actually like, you have to build a team around him to protect him, or else like he just gets blown up.
Is there like any other competitive games you ever played? Because I know you played a lot, so just like list them right now. List of all the competitive games you played.
Well, Marvel, Smash. I played Mortal Kombat. I played Injustice. I played Dragon Ball Fighters, I think. I played Street Fighter.
Okay.
Killer Instinct.
Oh, Killer Instinct. Oh my god, dude. Like, that's like just pure just combos on that game. Just pure combos.
Yeah.
You could just mash any button. You can make a combo somehow.
Yeah. I think that's it. That's all the mainstream fighters, right? I'm pretty sure.
What about Melee?
I played Melee, I did, but I stopped playing it. I played it like a lot, like last year, I think, like around like February. So maybe not last year yet, but
Oh yeah, like dude, like. Speaking about the Melee, there's very few Melee players in here in RGV. I don't think there's like barely, like maybe like 5. But what would you like to change that? What would you like in the Melee community?
Well, there's actually a lot of Melee players.
Really?
Yeah, and like it's like the comeback.
Yeah.
There's usually a lot of people there, and there still are a lot of people who like play, but some of them have jobs, some of them have that, and that's not something I can really control or like affect. Like Smash is definitely a hobby before it is a job. Like you shouldn't, like you have to prioritize that. Like maybe I'm not gonna make this much money playing this game, so I have to get a job. So I understand why like AOP or like maybe the Truth if he has a job. Not the Truth, but Truth.
Oh.
They're both named the same for some reason.
Yeah.
So maybe like they're working, they're trying to, like make ends meet, and I understand why the Melee scene's kind of dying a little because like it's harder. It's harder to make money in that game than it is to play or it is to just get a job in general. So like, I feel like most of them are like, this is my hobby, and then I actually have to get a job, so that's why it's kind of dying a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's not really much that like me as a person can do about that. It's like they're prioritizing living over playing a game and not making any money. So, that's completely fine. Like I completely understand that. But honestly, just maybe more Melee tournaments. There's honestly only one, and it's like a bi-weekly. So maybe if they had like maybe another one at Crit or one at Game or at Goliath.
Yeah.
So.
I just realized
that could help.
I just realized that Smashpalooza has are hosting their first I don't know if it was their first, but their first Smash 64 competitively. How do you feel about that? Have you ever played Smash 64, and are you willing to try it out?
I think Smash 64 is the worst game ever.
Why?
It is the most broken game mechanic-wise, but that's also what makes it the best game. It's I don't play 64. I've never been a 64 player. I never liked the controllers. I never liked the way it felt. It wasn't for me. I think it's really fun, but I also think it's like super broken. So broken.
So speaking about broken, what is the most broken move in Smash Ultimate?
Broken?
Yeah. In your opinion.
Probably Snake Grenade.
What?
Snake Grenade is... Do you remember Duck Hunt from Smash 4? And every time he got hit, you could mash B and the can would come out frame 1 and explode?
Yeah.
Basically stopping all the combos. Think of that, but like... He can throw out 2 of them on top of all the projectiles he has. And if you ever combo him, you can just press B and get out of the combo, and you take 10% for it.
Man, I did not know that.
So it's like... It also just makes you play around him. Like, if he throws grenades, you're not going to just charge at him with a hitbox because the grenades are going to mess you up. But if he, places them on the ground, it forces you to go around them, which then he could take advantage of by setting up an even bigger wall, or punishing you for jumping in, or something.
Like up smash grenades and C4s.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like this big wall that's like, not only, like, Simon and Richter have like big walls, like too, like they set up that like a huge projectile thing, but their projectiles don't linger on the ground that are tinier than like a bean, and then explode after like 10 seconds, and then they like hurt you. They're very much telegraphed, and we all know like how fast they're gonna go, how fast they're gonna come back, and we can get around it and punish Richter. The problem with Snake is that he can place them on the ground and place them everywhere, place a C4 somewhere, cover all of his bad options, and if you ever do somehow get him like to the off stage, he's just gonna jump up B all the way to the blast zone above you and drop a bunch of grenades. So it's just like it's very hard to get around those things.
Yeah.
They just control neutral too much.
Yeah, I understand. Like, dude, like you told me about this like in the tournament, like it was frame 1, and I didn't know that. But I did not know that you could get out combos like that. I just learned something new.
Yeah, if you're getting comboed and you just like mash B, Snake will pull a grenade out, and then if they hit you, like if their hitbox collides with the grenade, it'll explode, which basically stops the combo.
Yeah. So speaking about learning things new, have you ever learned anything new from Smash Ultimate that doesn't apply in Smash 4?
Yes. I've learned that I've learned to go for the attack rather than just wait for it. Since air dodge is such a limited resource now. Before in Smash 4, if I would throw somebody in the air, I would wait for the air dodge or wait to see if they jumped. And most of the time, like if I was playing blue or like or J-Boss, like they would air dodge and then they get air dodge again, and I'm like, well, I missed, and it was really big. But now that air dodge is limited, I can just go for the attack, and if you air dodge, I can still punish you because air dodging is so much lag.
Yeah, so it's like melee, kind of like you said.
Yeah, it teaches me to keep up pressure, and I like in Smash 4, I didn't really do that because there were so many like defensive options that help people get out of pressure. But in this game, there's no options to get out of it. You just have to either accept it or air dodge away or like get away far enough so where they can't punish you even if you do air dodge. Yeah. So it's all very I don't know how to describe it. Like it's a lot more telegraphed like what's gonna happen. If someone air dodges the first time and you throw out another hitbox, they're probably gonna air dodge again, but you still get the punish because air dodging has so much lag.
Yeah, and Zero has talked about this, saying that this game is all about neutral and frame trapping your enemies. Would you agree with his statement of Smash 5?
Smash Ultimate?
Yeah, Smash Ultimate. Since he said, like in general too, like to get better, you have to be better at your neutral, and also.
I think this game is a lot more neutral based. I'll give him that, but I don't know about frame trapping because frame trapping is like frame trapping in this game is a lot weirder because every time they air dodge, you're basically frame trapping them. Like I could be Wii Fit trainer and up air, and they air dodge to the side, and I can just run across the stage and like up smash them, and that's a frame trap because they had to air dodge. But in Smash 4, frame trapping was being able to get around all the defensive options that happened, like air dodging, and then still being able to punish them when they landed. In this game, I feel like frame trapping really isn't the same because it's such a bigger window now. Like I could literally throw out a hitbox, take a sip of my water, and you'd still be in lag, and then I could go punish you. So like I never really counted that as frame trapping because it's like, well, I'm in lag. Like it's not like I'm mashing air dodge and you're still being able to punish me because of how fast your moves are. It's just a matter of like the new mechanics in the game. I understand what Zero means by like neutral. I think neutral is really important, and I think it's a lot heavier in this game. But I don't know. I don't think frame trapping really controls it. I think just being able to like position yourself accordingly to what's happening and like staying out of people's range and being able to punish them when they mess up, I think that's really important. But air dodging can still be worked around. I've air dodged a lot off stage and not got punished for it, but I've also air dodged on stage and gotten punished for it. So like I don't know. I don't see frame trapping really being the deciding meta.
Yeah, and I understand that, but like you said, I'll give credit to Zero for saying that it's all about neutral, which practically is now.
Yeah.
But another thing is in your opinion, who is the best character in the game, in your opinion? Like top 3. Let's do this. Top 3 best character in the game so far.
Peach, Inkling, and probably Pichu or Pikachu.
Yeah, what would you say? I'll say Pikachu, honestly, because Pichu like could damage himself, but yet again is just as good as Pikachu for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But so your 3 are Pichu. What was the second one? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Peach and Inkling.
Inkling and Pikachu. What can you say about them?
Well, I'm sure we've all seen the Twitter combos of Peach, right? We've seen Samsora do everything in tournament, so it's not like it's just like oh, it's just a computer, there's no DI, it's not true. But then you see Samsora do like 0 to 60 combos just by down tilting, and it's like actually insane. Because that character is so good. She has like a bunch of like ledge trapping options. She can hover down there and like catch your recovery. If she reads your ledge option, she can kill you with fair like at 80 or 90 depending on the character. It's crazy.
Yeah, kind of like in Melee, like it's a lot similar to Melee. Peach's in Smash Ultimate is similar to Melee. What you want to say? Would you agree to that? That he just go around edge guard and stuff like that.
I mean, she's always been kind of played the same way in every Smash game.
Okay.
It's just the melee mechanics, like the melee ledge mechanics, really brought out the edge guarding Peach because you couldn't just you didn't immediately snap to ledge. Like it didn't like stop your recovery midway and then you just snapped. Like she could throw out a hitbox and you'd get hit by it like almost every time because your recovery would go over the ledge or you wouldn't sweet spot the ledge, and it was a lot harder to get around Peach's edge guarding. But in this game, even though recovery is still sweet spot the ledge unless you're playing like Cloud or something,
yeah,
it's still very hard to get around her edge trapping because like turnips pressure you off stage and then she could just float off stage and 2-frame your recovery, like Rosalina's or Inklings where they don't have a hitbox coming up, so she could just stand at the ledge and back her into the stage.
Yeah.
So she just, I think she does play the same as Melee, but it's also very like around the ledge she plays the same, but like on since the ledge mechanics are different, it's not as easy anymore.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's a different game and stuff like that. Another question is, what this is gonna be like off topic. I don't think it's gonna be off topic. What inspired you to stream in the first place?
I've always wanted to. I used to see people like on YouTube or like streaming, and like it looked really fun, and I was like, I really wanted to do it. Like I watched a lot of like League of Legends streamers, and I watched like Game Grumps when they would stream, and a lot of like I love the interaction between like having a lot of people who want to see you play and who are like actively talking to you and having a good time while you play. And like I don't know, just like I always felt like I wanted to do that with my life, was like make content for people and like change, like make people happy or make people laugh and smile. Like it's a really good like feeling that I've always had, and I just wanted to make it like into something that I could do for a long time.
Yeah, and this brings up another question. Or like more like a opinion. I personally think you should do things on YouTube because it's not the same thing as Twitch, of course, but I think you could bring like a major audience to stream and see you stream and stuff like that. Yeah, that's just an opinion. Like, you know, I think you should go for it. Like, honestly. But if you want to stay streaming on Twitch, it's on. Yeah, I'm not gonna force you. I'm not gonna point like a gun in your head. Like, you better do a video on YouTube. But another. No,
I get you.
Yeah.
I'll definitely consider doing it again. It's just I don't really know where to start, and like the equipment's a lot, so. I also have to get a job again because Jesus Christ, everything is so expensive.
Yeah, and what you could do is that, like, what I see a lot of people do on like streams is that they just put their highlights on their YouTube channel and they just stream on Twitch. I don't know if you've seen them do that before.
Yeah,
but
I've seen people do that before.
Yeah, and speaking about streamers, have you ever met any other streamers in Twitch?
Like famous streamers?
Yeah.
No, I've never met someone who like actually has like a really good following on Twitch.
Oh, no.
Yep, we live in Rgv. There's not a lot of things happening here.
Yeah, we're just like tacos and everything. No, not being racist or anything. Oh god. Oh, YouTube is gonna take away my ad revenue and everything. What comes to another question is that, do you have any inspirational words to the newbies who want to get into Smash or competitive games in general?
You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna go to tournaments. You're gonna go 2. You're gonna make a lot of misinputs. You're gonna not do as well as you want to do. You're gonna be over sad. It's gonna be, because nobody wants to lose. It's gonna be bad in the beginning. But I promise you, if you stick with it and you really have the motivation to go through the loss and make it out to the other side, once you start winning, you'll feel so much better. Because I started from basically nothing. I did absolutely terrible in tournaments, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know why I was losing. And it was frustrating, and it was like, it was always bittersweet, because I was like, I know I can do it, but I can't. But I never gave up. I never decided, oh, I'm not good at this game. I've tried so many times. It's time to play a different game, or it's time to do something else. And I feel like that's the reason I ended up the way I am now. Because I didn't accept that like I was gonna lose every single time, and because I didn't accept loss as like this ending cycle of like my Smash career, and I took every loss and I learned from it and I knew what to do next time. That's the ticket to playing at a professional level. That's what you're going to want to do. That even if you lose, you have to be the better sport, shake his hand, do the fist bump, then rewatch your set, or if there's any VODs, or think about what just happened. Ask yourself the little questions, like why did I die here? Why did I take percentage here? Like what happened? Why did I lose? And honestly, the biggest thing is just don't be discouraged to come back. If you lose the first tournament, more than likely, unless you're a god at this game, you're probably not going to win the first tournament you go to. And you know, that's okay. It's okay to lose, and it's okay to grow from it. Just don't be scared to lose, and don't be scared to learn. Because like the minute you start getting so angry to the point where you're not even playing anymore, that's when you stop learning, and that's when you're just stuck in this one, and that's when you're stuck in that one skill level.
Damn, that moved me so much actually. Damn. And also, guys, in the Smash community, you could even ask the player that like beat you in the game for tips on, and that's what the Smash community is about: getting to get each other, to help each other get better in this game, and not only to get better in this game, but to get better in person, because that's what's the sport is. You have to have a good sport to be in the Smash community, honestly. And if you're just gonna be a bad sport about it, then you're gonna end up getting people hate on you. So,
yeah, like don't I don't know how to say this. It's okay to be mad, and I understand why people are mad. I understand that it sucks to lose, and like you should have won, and you misinputted, or you SD'd, and it shouldn't have happened like that, and you're all angry. And I understand that, because I've also been angry when I played. I've also been like, I shouldn't have lost that. It's like, you know, it's my fault. But the best thing to do from that is to shake it off, watch the setback as much as it may hurt you to watch it, and learn why you lost. And then once you learn, you can play that person again and apply what you learned. And if it doesn't work that time, relearn what happened that set. And then just keep going from there, and you'll definitely see improvement.
That's great. That's so great. Like, oh my god, man. This is why you're number one in my heart. So, no homo though. But another question, it's gonna be, we're on like on our few last questions. On this question is, who do you look up to the most in the Smash community?
Smash community.
Yeah.
Who do I like in general, or RGV?
RGV, and we could try in general.
Okay. RGV. I guess I look up to my sponsor, the Comeback.
Oh, dang.
I think I look up to them the most, because they're the ones who helped me get to this point. Because honestly, for a long time, I was number one. I was doing really well. I was winning tournaments, and everyone around me seemed to be getting sponsored, and I was the only one getting, you know, like left behind. So I was like a little worried, because like it was getting hard. Like I couldn't, like it was hard to be able to pay for everything, because it's not, like to go to big events, sometimes the prices can be like $60. They can be like $90 just to enter.
Yeah. Not
counting like the gas money to get over there, and the food, and the place you're staying. So when the Comeback came and offered to sponsor me, I was a little skeptical, because I didn't really know like what a sponsorship really was. I didn't know that if it was like how it would help, or like how anything, because you know the sponsors like GT or Goliath, I never really asked how they worked.
Yeah.
So when he came and asked me to sponsor me, I was like a little reluctant, because I was like worried that I'd be like taking money from them that I didn't need, and I felt like a little like off about it. but I accepted, and it's honestly the best thing I've ever done because they helped me so much. Go to all these events across Texas. They just want me to go out there and make a name for myself, and they're really supportive. They're all my friends. Like I've gone really close with them, and I want to make them proud.
Oh man. And what about the people who are not sponsors? What can you say about them if they had a decision to make a sponsorship? Like they got a decision to get sponsored, but what do you think you should like? What's your words to them, honestly?
If somebody offers to sponsor you, and you're all for it, go for it. You know, like what's the worst thing that can happen? It's not, unless they're like taking advantage of you or like they're just using you to advertise something, then maybe not take it. But if like, just ask them like, are you gonna help me get to events? Are you gonna help me do this? Are you gonna like, are you gonna help me grow as a player? And if they say yes, then you know, try it out. And if it doesn't work out, you know, there's no pressure in leaving. You know, it's you. Like you're the player. You have the decision.
All right. So, what about in general? Who do you look up to?
Probably.
Jack Black.
And this is just in the Smash community, right?
No, it could be at anyone. That's what's saying in general.
Who do I look up to?
This guy.
I think I look up to... If it's a Smash player, I probably look up to Wispy, and if it's just like regular, it's probably like my mom and my dad.
Oh, damn. Oh, speaking about your mom and your dad, how do they feel when you like win money out of gaming tournaments?
They're actually really supportive. When I first started out, I would go to tournaments and I'd be like, hey mom, can I have some money so I can go play in this tournament? Or like, hey dad, can I have some money because I'm going to McAllen to play in a tournament? And I would lose. I would come home with nothing. I would come home with like literally no money. And every time I did, they were like, it's okay, you can go next time, you'll win next time. So like they've been always super supportive even when I wasn't winning money. So now that I am winning money, it's really nice because I can give money back to them and be like, thank you for supporting me even though I sucked. Like, because now, now I'm making money and I can be like, yeah, let's go out to eat, I'll pay for dinner, like whatever. Cause like it's very nice that they were very supportive and they weren't like, you're just wasting my money, or like, you know, no, I don't have enough, or like if they didn't have enough money, they would let me know, and that was fine because like we're not like, my family isn't very like wealthy, so it was understandable that like I couldn't go to everything. But even like if they had like the spare $5, they would give it to me and be like, go have fun. And it was really supportive, and it was really nice for them to do that because they didn't hold me back. They wanted to give me every opportunity I could.
Yeah, and that's really great. We're glad you have every opportunity. Okay, I want to ask one important question. Right, this is like that. This is President Trump has called, and he wants you to do this. How can I get sponsored? no,
How can Rick get sponsored?
My own channel sponsors me, but do you have any words to like for your Smash community, for your fellow Rgv Smash community?
I love everyone, for sure. I think over the past 4 years of playing this game, like I started when I was like 14, and now I'm 19, so like I was able to basically almost grow up with everybody. Honestly, don't be afraid to lose. Y'all are great players. Y'all are amazing at like playing this game and, you know, bodying people who you know you're better than. But don't get in your own heads. I've seen when y'all played, and the mentality in RGV is definitely not the best. I feel like I feel like most of us kind of give up after we lose that first stock, or they have such a big lead, and it's just like it's time to give up because like you're not gonna win. Don't do that. Honestly, mostly every single one of the top players have that comeback factor where it's scary if they keep going, because they have, so it's like they're so momentum based that if they just go, like they're gonna go off. So don't be scared. Don't be scared to lose, but also don't give up and just give wins to people. Try your best every single tournament you go to, and play to win and play to learn. Don't play if you're having a bad day. Don't let yourself get to you. Just play, clear your mind, take a deep breath, and win.
Oh, Damn, that's some inspiration. I was gonna say inspirational words from Zael. One last question: have you ever heard my song?
Yes.
Wait, you
Yes,
did?
Eric.
You did?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
You heard my name?
You sent it to me.
Oh no, but this song. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Rick.
Oh. Alright, guys. I was gonna put this song in the background. I'm not gonna go and let him go through a torture through this song. I'm not gonna torture him. But any last words for this interview?
Nike Raptor, keep the facial hair.
For sure.
Liz Wiz, keep commentating, you're good at it. I hate Matt.
What?
if he watches this, he'll know. Matt CBR, we have a mutual hate.
Okay.
But keep playing, keep learning. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm always down to help give people advice. Travel if you can. Practice whenever you can if you really want to get better at it. And honestly, this game's gonna you can be as good as this game as you want. If you want to put in the time to get good at it, you can do it. But don't be surprised if you're not putting as much time and you're not getting the results you want. Just have fun with the game, and I understand if you just want to play it casually, it's completely fun because items are a hell of fun. But keep doing y'all. I love you all.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this Let's Talk to. We're probably gonna see Zael in the future if he ever wants to do a podcast with us. I'm planning to do an Rgv podcast. Hopefully I'll get like all the best players or non-best players. I just want everyone to be in it. So thank you Zael for coming in this show or YouTube video.
Yeah, no problem.
And that'll be it for now. Subscribe, and I'll leave the link description for his streams. I'll leave the link description for his comeback if they ever did. They have a channel or something?
They have a podcast.
All right.
It's in my Twitch channel. It's in the bottom. So if you just click on my Twitch channel, you can find it.
Yeah, and I will just link the description and also his podcast and blah blah blah, everything like that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like, and while subscribing, well, what would they get if they subscribe, Zael?
What would they get?
Yeah.
They get Rick's EP, his single.
Yeah,
free on Spotify.
It's gonna be on Spotify. Joji, I'm coming for you to be the biggest hip hop artist. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video, and say goodbye, Zael.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, see you later, alligators.